Man. Oh boy. Good evening, everyone. How you doing? This is Rodney Grimes, PTP, People to People, Power to Power, Power to Thinking People. I'm standing today trying to get my energy upright and just stay focused. I've been doing a lot of thinking and soul searching today, wondering how I was going to come across and some of the things I was going to talk about. I just want to say that I appreciate everybody that's been tuning in, and and it's been a good thing. So I was thinking really what I was going to talk about, but I wanted to have a specific topic, and then I thought about all of us. So I kind of put out there, hey, we all in this together, right? All of us. And I know that, and all of us have a job to do. It's up to us to figure out how we're going to do it and what we're going to do to help us move forward. And so I was going back over, because I go back over and look at the talks, the live talks, and I want to make sure that I'm making sense, and I know I got to work on some things. I got to work on my vocabulary. I got to work on my deliverance, but what I do is I pray again every day. First thing I do, thank God. I thank Him when I'm sitting down working. I thank Him as my wife brings me something to eat, and then before I come on for live talk. And it's funny that my energy would be so revved up because I go to the window and I meditate and look at the trees, and I face the east because that's how the day starts. And I do that because I do know that you get your energy from the sun, and I know that it's a rhythm to that because many years ago, thousands and thousands of years ago, that's what individuals did when they were praising God. Before they had books and all that stuff, they were paying attention to God's creation. And the most powerful thing that He ever created was the sun. And so I go to the window and I face it, and I get in there and I meditate, and then I pray and ask God to give me a blessing within me to be a blessing for somebody else. And I always get, I open up the Bible, and my wife would testify to it, that I don't go looking through it or nothing like that. I just open it, and wherever it drops is what I have to do, and I have to be obedient. And I told you I'm not a preacher. I'm a motivational speaker. I do that because I like helping people. I believe in the fact that I am my brother's keeper. I believe that it is up to me to always try to do things to help other people. Regardless what other people think about me, hey, that's okay. I remember one time I was trying to work on something. I went to my brother, and I wanted my brother to work on it with me. And my brother told me, he said, Rodney, you can't get mad when people don't want to do what you want them to do, he said, because not everybody has the same vision as you. And he said, your dream is your dream, and and if they don't want to be a part of it, don't get mad. And he's right. He was 100% right. He also told me, don't feel like, he said, don't think that you can save the world. He said, you always want to try to help people. And I don't think that he was beating me down. I just think that he was just calling out some things about myself that, I might want to pay attention to. But I realized my brother was right. I love helping people. I can be riding down the street and see somebody that's struggling, and I want to pull over, and I've done it many times. I was in a grocery store not long ago, and a young lady was in there, and she had 2 boys with her, and we was in Target, and this was just shortly after this epidemic virus came up, and so she was looking for her money, and she knew she had it, and I didn't know how. I just saw the items up there, and at the time I had a few $100s in my pocket, and some money on my card. So I knew that I was in a little shape to help. So I looked at the cashier and I said, "Yo, my brother," I said, "how much is it?" And the lady still didn't hear what I said, and she was still looking in her purse for her money. And I asked him, "How much is it?" And he said it was like $40-something. I said, "I'll pay for it." So the little boy, she had 2 boys with her, and one of the boys looked at me like, "Did he just say that?" And the other one looked at her and tapped her on the shoulder to tell her what I just said. And the woman said, "Excuse me," and I said, "Ma'am, don't worry about it. I'll pay for it for you." And it wasn't I wanted to show off or anything. It's just that I saw that she was struggling. I saw her. I could tell that she wasn't really financially set by her attire. I saw the boys' clothes and everything. And God just put it in my spirit. He said, "Do it." And I'm glad I'm glad it was only $40-something. But if it had been 100, I still would have did it. So when I turned around and when she turned around to me and she said, "Oh, you don't have to do that." I said, "I know I don't have to do that." I said, "But I want to." And so long story short, I paid for it. And she was leaving. And she said, "I know I had that money. I know I had that money." And I knew that she was somewhat embarrassed. That was the one thing that really got me. I knew, because she didn't know me from Adam and Eve. She didn't know nothing about me. And she had no idea that I would do that. And I know that her intentions was to pay for that stuff that she had for her and the boys. And it wasn't much, but I could see that they needed it. And so I paid. And so as she walked away, she turned around and she said, "God bless you." I said, "No, God bless you." Right? And she walked off. And then the brother at the register said, "Man, that was really, really good, bro." He said, "Man, I wish more people would like that." And I'm not going to tell you that it didn't make me feel good. It did. It made me feel really good, because the little boy also, as he was walking away, turned around and looked at me and said, "Thank you." And I told him, both of the boys, as they walked away, I said, "Make sure you take care of her." That's what I told him. "Make sure you take care of her." And they said, "Okay." Now, that action right there was me just being who I am. I can't help it. I believe that God has something powerful, powerful, powerful in store for me. If I was to die today or tomorrow, or even at this second, I think that I am doing what God intended me to do. I believe that 100%. And so I continue to keep doing this. I want your support. I want you to help me. I want you to send messages to me. I want you to, because I am my brother's keeper, and so are you. You're responsible for me. We're in this together. We're in this together. We better think about this. We're going to have situations that's going to come up real soon with this virus that's going on, because this stuff is killing people. Okay? It is killing people, and they don't know how to stop it. Because I believe that it's really messing with the economy so bad that they're getting a little nervous, because they don't know how long this is going to go on. We don't already shut the schools down and everything. And let me go back. I did tell y'all, this is not a black and white thing. I don't want nobody to believe that I'm that kind of doctor that I know. I speak on what I see. When I said when I was talking about this, you take it serious. Wear your mask. Keep your distances. Do that, because it's important. But when they were saying it was black this and black that, okay, I understood the more I listened to them, because don't attack us. I don't like when they attack us. We've been going through this beat down for so many years, and sometimes when they focus on us, it really, really just disrupt things. And when they were saying that, the blacks are starting to get hit, well, you know something, they right. The more and more I was watching, I understand. The mayor in Washington, D.C. said it today. The reason why it was so many blacks getting it, because they got to still go out and work. They can't afford to sit home. So if you think about it, okay, then probably more black people are going to get it, because they got to go out and do what they got to do. And we should take our hat off to them and be very appreciative to them. And with that said, I want to tell my wife, thank you, because my wife put my barber out of business last night, because she helped me get my hair cut up in the bathroom. So I'm able to be a gentleman today and talk to you ladies without a hat on. and let some of these young men walk around with their pants hanging down to see that it's much better to be well groomed and be looking like a gentleman than anything else. So I take pride in that. I just wanted to share that story about the lady in the store. And it wasn't the first time I've done that. I've done it. And one time somebody did it for me. I want to welcome Kimberly Wilson, Rachel, which I believe is Rachel Pope for sure. What's that? Beth. Oh, with the gift baskets. How you doing, Miss Beth? How you doing, sweetheart? If there's anything that you can do, put your information on while I'm doing this live talk so that people can know, because that's what we do. We supposed to take care of each other and support one another. Miss Bethel is from the Library of Congress, and she is known for her baskets, and I've seen them because I've gotten them. And Lord have mercy. I mean, watches and cologne and scarves and hats and ties. Believe me, you want to get, so Miss Bethel, please put your information on there so people will be able to get that and get in touch with you so we can help keep you in business, because you are a blessing. And I know you have blessed many other people. People to people, power to power, positive people. Let me tell you something. That's what happened with Miss Bethel. She's one of those people. Always helping other people. People to people. Power to power, the power she gives and putting them baskets together. And when people see it, they be delighted. And then on top of that, my wife just talked nothing but positive things about you. So you have to be a positive thinking individual. PTP. Actually, also, Miss Bethel, you are one of the vendors who purchased the space for the Celebration of Praise. As I can tell you, they still have my money. And I am waiting because I'm trusting in God that this is going to be something that's we're going to get through this. And I'm still going to do the event. And so it's postponed. That's it. It's just postponed to a later date, which I'm probably at the front of the line because I left my money there for them to know that I'm serious about still putting on the Celebration of Praise. Which that's my partner, Darlene Smith. And also my wife, Zena Grimes, who also support me in that project. I also seen that there's a few other people that I didn't shout out to. I just want to say, God bless you. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see your names. Gail, how you doing? One of my childhood friends, man. Peace and love to you. I'll be seeing you here and there. And you are still beautiful as ever. And I appreciate you. And I appreciate your support. So, Joe Baltimore, Sam and Tay, those are my babies. Again, Tony Watkins. Gail, I just said hello. Mike, what's up, Michael, my brother? I love you, man. You're another one, man. You're a powerful brother, man. I got nothing but love and respect for you. I can't wait till we do our photo shoot. And I wish you stopped driving around. Because we're going to do that. Because I'm going to get some powerful shots out of you, bro. That's real. Della Brooks, Wanda Burry, Wanda, Old Town Alexandria. I love you, my dear. Brenda Edwards, Desi and Troy, Vivian, my cousin from South Carolina. I thank you. All of y'all, I just thank you and I give glory and praise. I have to take this opportunity because I talked about what I do prior to coming on. And I meditate and then I pray and I ask God to give me some words. So I cannot not be obedient and I have to do this. So bear with me. And I don't try to make this no church sermon or nothing like that. I just do what God tells me to do. And I just do what he says. Okay. All right. I got to take my glasses off because when I do this, I get all thrown off. My eyes go back and forth, so y'all bear with me. If I can get it in the right range, I'll be able to not let the words run into each other. The Lord said, buy a clay jar and take it out into the village of Ben Hinnom by the east gate of the city. Take some of the elders of the people and some of the older priests with you and speak to them whatever words I give you. Okay, now, Soon as I read that first part, I thought about, here we go again. Father God is telling me to continue to do what I'm doing. He telling me, Rodney, continue to do what I'm doing. You're going to have some people out there. You got some elders. You got some people that's going to be with you and helping to move forward so that y'all going to be able to be together and y'all going to make life a lot better. Then the Lord spoke to them and said, listen to the word of the Lord, kings of Judah and citizens of Jerusalem. The Lord Almighty, the God of Israel, say, I will bring terrible evil upon this place, so terrible that the ears of those who hear it will prickle. For Israel has forsaken me and turned this valley into a place of shame and wickedness. The people burn incense to the idols, idols that neither their generations nor their forefathers nor the kings of Judah had worshipped before. And they have filled this place with the blood of innocent children. What did I get from that? We have started taking things from ourselves, our personal desires, and forgot about our kids. What I was talking about, we're responsible for our children. We're responsible for our actions. We're responsible to make sure that we do things that's going to help better them. And that, I'm telling you, it don't have to be your blood child for you to be able to do these things. We worship everything else, but we're not following the rules and regulations of our Father God's commandments. And when we do that, we'll find that we'll start to be our brother's keeper and our sister's keeper. Okay, let me find out where I left off at here. Okay, say, they have built high altars and bowls, and there they burn their sons in sacrifice, a thing I never commanded them nor even thought of. The day is coming, said the Lord, when this valley shall no longer be called Tapith or Ben Hinnom Valley, but the valley of slaughtered. For I will upset the battle plans of Judah and Jerusalem, and I will let invading enemies kill you here and leave your dead bodies for vultures and wild animals to feed upon. Now I'm going to stop there. Come on now. If we think about what's going on right now, I know God is upset with the whole world. Remember I had that, he got the whole world in his hands? You remember that? Go back and check that video out too. Because God does. And I know he's upset. What's going on right now has got us all over the place. And it's crazy because a lot of us are not paying attention. This is the time for us to come together. We got to come together and we got to make a difference. Stop pulling each other down, being the crab in the pot like most of in this area we've been known for. Brenda, Kim Pritchett, Nika, my baby. Love you. Tawana, Felicia. So, y'all gotta excuse me. I didn't mean to get emotional. But I worry about my kids. I love them. I worry about your children. Dane Riley, Quinn Ellison. It's just that when I see my kids hearing me and they know how much I love them, I know I got to continue to do what's right, to be that man that's going to make a difference for them. And it's important to them, or more important to me, that I know that they know that I love them, and I'm trying to make myself be a better person to be an example. Because I made a lot of mistakes in my life. A lot of things I've done I didn't mean to do. It just happened. I got some regrets. really, I know my regrets. I got 5 that I can count on my hand, and I talked to my wife about those, and I let my wife know I was perfectly honest, and I had some regrets that I had to deal with, but so be it. When God told me, did He forgive me? Then so be it. That's all I worry about. That God knows that I have repented and that I am moving forward to be an example. And I'm going to keep doing what I do. When I say people to people, that's me, you, and them, power to power. That power I possess that I get from God, and that power and support I get from you, that power that I see coming in the future is going to be the power we're going to use to help us move forward in a positive direction that's going to make us positive thinking people. PTP. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. I stand on that 100%. So what I'm telling you is we are our brother's keeper. I think I got a call. Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing well for a square what?
Oh, this is Uncle Buck done called in.
Oh yeah, it is out. It is out.
What's going on, man?
Man, man, I tell you what, they got us all locked up in here, boy. I'm about to go crazy. I'm sitting up here listening to you, and I was like, this boy done went to a preacher, didn't he?
I ain't no preacher.
I thought this was people to people and positive people. Yeah, I looked up on this line. This boy had a suit on and a Bible in his hand. Last time I seen you, boy, you was sitting behind a table with a tablet. You turned the tablet to a Bible and the table to a suit. What's going on there, dog? I mean, the cold got you like that?
Nah, bruh. It's you know what it is, man. I'm just following my goals and trying to do what I'm glad you called, Uncle Buck. A lot of people don't know you. Uncle Buck is from Alexandria, Virginia. Y'all know him. He's everybody's uncle. He one of the party crashers. Always crashing the parties, always coming up there starting stuff, but when he starts, it's always good because it put a smile on people's face. Uncle Buck, you know what I want you to do? I want you to get a necklace going to say PTP in word for me.
Oh, you know what? That's without a doubt. That's without a doubt with some problems. I'm trying to tell you.
So, one of the things I wanted to ask you, what made you start crashing parties? What is it that you get out of doing that?
This is a spiritual walk I'm going through. I found out in Proverbs that laughter is like medicine.
That's right.
Laughter is like medicine. And before I knew it was something in Proverbs, it was just something I was getting out of watching people laugh. Having people come to me later on and say, man, I'm glad you was here today or tonight. Man, you made my day, man. I was laughing. I had a rough day, but now I'm glad I saw you. It was things like that money, you can't put a price on.
How about that?
And it just pushed me. It pushed me. And then as I got mature, I've been doing it for 9 years.
That's right.
As time went on, I found out in my spiritual walk, it was a gift that God had given me.
I know that's right.
And then, what I found out is that if I was to do some of the things that I was doing without my costume, people would push me away.
I know.
They would push me away. They wouldn't even have time for me. But now when I put this costume on, it breaks down the barriers. And now people, they're more open and receptive to hearing what God has to say through me.
Uncle Buck, I gotta tell you, Miss Desi is on. She's on watching, and you remember when you was on my show when I was over at Vox Wave doing Real Talk, and she revealed that she had a crush on you, and her and her husband was having dinner. You remember that?
Yeah, I remember that because at first I thought she had left me out. Yeah. I thought she had left me out of the equation. And matter of fact, I'm supposed to send her an autographed ticket. But you know what, girl? Listen, they got Zoom now. You can see me anytime you like. You can Zoom me right in your house.
So that message is for Desi, huh? I'm hoping she understands. I hope you don't get in no trouble because her husband ain't no little guy. I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, you know what they said? The bigger they are, the harder they fall.
I know that's right. And you know, one of the things I want to be a little serious that, I know that what you have done is you had to get it dressed up, and people in the beginning thought you was crazy.
Yeah, they did.
They was I remember when the first time I saw some of the party crashes, I was so tickled that I said, now this is some amazing stuff right here. When y'all come in, the party get to jumping, people get to laughing, people start to having a good time. And I don't know if it ever happened, but I've never seen no party that y'all crash go negative.
Yeah. We not even bringing that kind of swagger with us because see the purpose was to bring laughter. 90% of our clients were females, and they used to say they were tired of going to a party, and just because a gentleman or a guy would buy them a drink, they think that they supposed to be their date for the night or they supposed to take it home. They just wanted to come, have a nice time, and go on about their business.
That's right.
And when we come in there, dance with them, make them laugh. They have a nice time. They go home. They ain't got to worry about nobody harassing them. They ain't got to feel like, since this dude bought me something, I gotta dance with him or something. He expected something.
Yeah.
But thus, they know that they're going to have some fun. They're going to take 1,000 pictures, and they got memories that they can live,
and shit.
Life with.
And that's one of the things, again, like I seen, y'all, I don't know how many people know about the party crashes, but how many is it of you?
Well, it started off with 2, and now we got 7 of us.
Oh my goodness, 7? Oh my goodness.
It's 7 of us. 2 of them females and 5 gentlemen.
Yeah, actually, I know one of the females. That's actually one of my partners. And
exactly. As a matter of fact, y'all folks been doing a show.
We doing the celebration of praise.
Yes.
And she's a very, very talented lady. So again, hey, always, Uncle Buck, the only reason why you not here with me, because we talked and we know that we wanted to keep the safe distance, but you was willing to come and show some love because you wanted to make sure that people knew that you was also supporting PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. Can I hear you say that? I want to hear you say PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people.
It's PTP, positive thinking people, people to people.
You back?
Well, you know what I'm saying. I gotta do it my way. You know what I'm saying. I know it's backwards. I know I did the first thing first and first thing. That's how I do things.
I know that's right. Well, hey.
But I can get it. But yeah, I'm gonna be a big supporter. I'm like Chucky. I'm gonna support you to the end.
I know that's right.
You my friend, I'm gonna support you to the end. That's why I'm on here. And like I said, soon I get all my shots and everything, I'm gonna be right over there. We're gonna be 10 feet apart, 6 feet, whatever they're asking for.
And we gonna make it.
Yeah,
so
make it happen.
So you ain't got no problem with getting your shots, huh? You gonna go get them?
Man, you know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm already here.
All right.
I'm already here. I should have been seeing that sword in your hand that you had, And also the Bible says, by his stripes we are healed. Now I ain't gonna be crazy and then run up on people who's coughing, He gave me wisdom, But he also let me know before all this happened, there's gonna come a time in the season where he gonna pull everybody who's been ignoring him, going about their day thinking that he doesn't have a power to shift things. And now he's showing us
right.
that he has the power to shift things. He wants the families to get back to being the dad being dad, mom being mom, sister and brother being sister, because now they ain't got nowhere to go.
How about that?
And hopefully they get the message that God said family is the first ministry you should have anyway. Some
Isn't that something?
And I have an issue with that. You know, you can sit up there and give the church. I mean, I ain't got nothing wrong with giving the church. You're supposed to. How else you gonna have a place to go? You know, that's a place for a tithing. You know, and so you can have somewhere for the storehouse. But I get that. You know, but I'm saying that it said you're not supposed to tithe if you got issue with people being grudgingly with it.
Right.
You know,
right.
You really don't want to do what you're doing. He said, I don't want that. You know, I don't want that 10%. You got a problem with it.
Right.
You know? So, but I see people around here went to the church, you know, and got a family member, you know what I'm saying, and they won't even speak to them.
Oh my God. That you know, somebody else I saw about that. That's the problem with a lot of people. We talk about we believe in God. We talk about we live by God's word, by the word, the Holy Spirit, but we can hold grudges. We can walk around and be mad at each other. But when we fall and we make a mistake, we want to pray to God and say, God, forgive me. But we forget that we got to be like him. We was made in his image. So we supposed to forgive too. I've reached out to some people. I got some people that I've called on the phone and I talked to them and I said, look, somewhere along the line, I may have did something that was disrespectful. Please forgive me. And I'm asking you to do that because I am still a child growing in the word. And I know that I want to be respected and receptive and received by God when judgment day comes. Hey, Uncle Buck, man, I appreciate you, my brother.
I appreciate you too.
And, you just keep doing what you do. You in the party crashes. And you let them know that, hey, I got plans for y'all too. Because, I got some things that y'all going to be involved in. So, I appreciate you so much and much love to you, my brother, okay?
Hey, peace and hand grease, man. Tell everybody that for people and places to places and things to things that Uncle Buck said, hi.
My brother, I love you, my man.
Love you back. Peace and hand grease.
Peace and hand grease, my man. Hey, that was Uncle Buck from Alexandria, one of the party crashers that called in, and he just showing some love. A lot of y'all do know who he is, and we respect him when he's in Uncle Buck character, and I'll leave it at that because I have much love and respect. Lynn Nelson, my love, how you doing? Tawana, Felicia, Della, Cora, Quinn, Pat Steen, Eric, welcome. Bang Boardwalk, what's that? Broadway, Bang Broadway, Gene, my brother Gene McBride. That's another brother that's blessed by the best. Angela Gomez. I appreciate you, love for coming back in. You've been showing number love and respect. But let me tell you something. God is amazing. I keep throwing out different things to people. I got to remind you that yesterday we had a young lady that called in. She has Bond for Better. I believe that is a nonprofit. If you check what we did yesterday, you'll see she did call in. We was able to talk to her. She's looking for donations. Anything that we can help, that's based on for domestic violence. People who really need some help. And, hey, we are our brothers and sisters keeper. Hey, Gene, my brother. Hey, mad love and respect to you, man. You're a brother that, I think, Gene, you might be a little bit older than me. I probably look older than you, but I remember you way back when. Man, you're an amazing performer. Man, I would love to have a dialogue with you as well. And I hope all is well in your life. And everybody that just joined in, I just want to say thank you. And I give you nothing but peace, love, and happiness and praise because this is what this is about. And so I just want to not be rattling off, but I want to make sure that I stay focused. I got another call? Oh, okay. So you got to realize, if you want to call, feel free. It's 301-793-7342. 301-793-7342. If you want to call, I have no problem. I would love to hear from you. But let me share with you. Know that we are in this together. You got to realize something. If one of us fall, that takes a toll on us as people. I'm not going to make this about race. I can't make it about race. But we got to know that, you know something? Sometimes it comes down to who I can relate to better. Okay? And my people, we have to get to a point where what we got to do is we got to show support from one another, building each other up, making sure that we're doing things to see us to succeed and not to fail. It is imperative that we do that. And when people, if some of you out there got some businesses, some things that you're doing, please, send me a text message or something. I have no problem with taking the opportunity to encourage people to support you, as I would like for you to do for me. People to people, power to power, positive thing to people. Let me tell you, people to people, me, you, and them. Every time that one of us help each other, we are lifting each other to give us more power to be in a positive thinking situation. And it makes it so that what happens is we start to move forward and we do it together. I told you, if you look at some of my other live talks, you'll see I said with the hand, you can smack them, and you might smack maybe them silly. But when you ball the fist up and hit them, you knock them out. Welcome, Keena, my son Mike. Man, boy, I got my kids on here today. God is good. I just thank you. I'm just really, really excited because let me tell you what I do know. Anything that you conceive, you can achieve. And Bernard Jackson, welcome, my brother. I'm asking everybody, help me move forward so I can help you too. Because I'm not afraid to jump out there. I knew that when I was 17 years old and ran down to the recruiting station on Washington Street. I knew I wasn't afraid then. Me and one of my partners was supposed to go together. I love him still. He's still one of my best friends in the whole world. But he decided he didn't want to go. But what I did is I went on in there and I walked in and the guy, his name was Staff Sergeant Terry Allen. When I walked in there, he said, can I help you? And I say, I need to join the Marine. No, I wanted to join the service. But I'm not going to get into that story. What happened was I ended up joining the service and it's one of the best things I ever did. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I probably would go back and do some things different, but I still would have went in there. So, Sandra, welcome. How you doing? So, again, what I'm saying is this. We have to come together. We're in this together. I tell you, pay attention. When they was talking about this thing that's hitting us, I realized something. I got in my feelings the other day when they was talking about it was hitting the black people. It is hitting the black people. It's right. Those black folks that's still working in the grocery stores, that's working on the trash trucks, that's working, having to do the lawn yards and all that type of stuff. Those the people that is hitting. It wasn't a race thing. It wasn't hitting the black people because we were black. We like roaches. They've been trying to get rid of us for a long time. You already know. You can get a roach and spray some bug spray on him, and if you don't spray enough, he'll end up putting it on his salad or whatever and keep it moving. So, but what I'm saying, to be on the real side, please have all our young people, tell them to pay attention, put the mask on, but wash your hands, pay attention to what's going on because it did hit our community and it hit it hard. And the reason why it hit us hard is because lack of. If we don't have the gloves and we don't have the mask and we don't have the technology and all of them things that some neighborhoods have better than some, then you know that they're gonna be dying off. Let's keep it real. It's real talk. That's what I do, real talk. This ain't nothing fabricated. I don't need to go to college to tell you this mess. This stuff, if you got a little common sense, you'll be able to see it. It's all about us coming together, making sure that we try to do what's right, show love, and support each other. That's what I'm asking you with me. PTP, people to people, power to power, positive thinking people. Please, hit like, share. Because, let me tell you something. Ellen, I'm coming. Oprah, I'm coming. Tyler Perry, move over. Okay? I just put it in my mind because that's what I believe. And I'll keep moving in that direction until I get close. Let me tell you, when things get a little better and we get back doing production, I'm doing my production, I'm going to Atlanta. Tyler ain't going to have to come look for me because I'm going looking for him. Ellen, I ain't scared of you. I adore you. I love you. I think you are an amazing woman. You know why? Because I watch you change things. I watch you be a people person. Oprah, one of the most powerful black queens I know. And when I say I know, hey, let me tell you, I done had many dreams. We done had some talk, so I feel like we like this. Okay? But as I say, anything that you can conceive, you can achieve. And I would definitely say to myself that one day it would happen. LaToya Freeman, cousin, how you doing? That's family. Welcome. So I don't want to get off track. I want to stay focused on where I'm at. Remember, we're in this together. And what we got to do is we got to focus and make sure that we support one another and get into the word. Let me tell you something. This ain't going to do nothing to you but help you. This right here, I got more than one. It's another one right here too. I got a little pocket one. I'm starting to lean on it so that I know that I'm going to be able to change some of the things I've done that was wrong. And God gonna know that I'm trying to receive my blessings here on earth as I try to let him use me as a vessel. I get him so that he put me in a position that people will see me and know. I got one of the guy I grew up with named Vincent. You know what he say when he see me now? He said, "What's up, PTP?" Vincent Miller. Very good friend of mine from Old Town Alexandria. That's what he says when he see me. And when he see me and say that, he don't know how proud I feel. And not because, he just acknowledged it, but I think that he sees my potential and my reason. Because he was one that, when I was doing it early on, before I went into a hiatus, that he was listening and tuning in. And I hope that soon that he'll pick back up. But I just want to tell you, for everybody that has joined in, please join in with me. Tomorrow is date night. Got something real special for you. I got a call coming in from New York, one of my friends who I've done many ventures with. I talked with him the other day. He tuned in. He was like my brother. He said to definitely give him an opportunity to speak on the live talk. He's really excited, so I don't know if he's paying attention right now or if he is, but he did tell me he was going to do it today, which is Thursday. But G-Money, let me explain to you, my brother. I got nothing but love and respect for you. So I'm excited about that. Again, thank everybody who is trying to do better. Change the way you are. Stop blaming other people for your problems. You can't blame. My father used to beat my mother. Okay? I'm sorry, I'm going to keep it real. He used to put his hands on my mom for a lot of years. And as I grew up, I thought it was okay. If somebody hit me, regardless who it was, I could hit them back. So it didn't matter whether it was a male or female or whatever. And as I got older, and I told the story the other day, when my daughter was born, my daughter changed my perception on how I should treat females, because I don't want nobody treating my daughter bad. And God has blessed me. I got to say I got 3 daughters, because one of my daughters, her partner is my daughter too. So and actually I got more than that. I got one biological daughter, but I got a whole lot of adopted daughters. I'm trying to tell you, whole lot of them. That back when I was doing production, they were staying in my house. They were performing. They were doing right. I'm trying to tell you, I can just tell you, it was just an amazing journey, and I feel blessed because a lot of them have turned out to be very productive and good people, and I just thank them. But what I'm telling you, for real, let us continue to move forward. Let us continue to help each other. And think about what you're doing at home. Take this opportunity while you're at home to learn more about yourself. It's a lot you ignore about yourself. Some of us are mean. Some of us are some mean people. Some of us are very selfish people. You need to check yourself. Some of us are in relationships that we don't want to be in, but we in it making people miserable. Check yourself. all of us have to take a step back and look. You can't blame nobody for nothing that's going on after you, especially after you're over 21. It says in the Bible, once you become 12, that you're responsible for your actions. That's when God started putting them strikes down every time you do something. But what I'm telling you now is this. It's up to you to make the difference. Don't blame nobody for your problems. And when you got an issue, address it. Like me, I'm dealing with mine. I'm dealing with my demons. I listened to a girl, I wish I had got her name last night. She was on, and she did a little sermon last night, and she talked about some demons, the demons of using makeup. She was talking about the demons for using makeup, that what people do, they so more into trying to make themselves look good, trying to attract other girls. They're not doing that. What's this here? It's something. Oh, I don't know what that is. I'm seeing different things going on. And I tell you, if I take my glasses off, I tell you everything go blurry. And then when I put them on, I can see, but I can't really read with them because they're not reading glasses. So I'm struggling a little bit. But anyway, God is good. So if it's something that you sending to me and I don't pick it right up, I'm not ignoring you. It's just that, as we move forward, we get ready to set some other things up. We're going to have some monitors prompt where, I'll be able to see some things. And we're going to definitely step things up to a different level. Again, as I told you, once everything is set and we'll be able to get back out to Celebration of Praise, we're going to do that. And we are going to make sure that we're going to give you some talent that's going to blow your mind. We got some real serious projects coming up, some plays that some of us are working on. Just some talent that's going to be brought back out where we're going to be able to fellowship and be able to do it without feeling pressured. Because a lot of times, I ain't got nothing against the church, but you go into church, you got a lot of people judging you. But when you go in a place where they pay just as much as you to get in, they don't want to treat you bad. How you doing, Liz? My love, how you doing? Mad love to you. I miss you. Josephine Hers. Hey, I got nothing but love and respect for everybody. And let me. I got to throw it out there again. When I tell you, you need people to help you. My wife will be with me tomorrow. We do date night every Friday, so tomorrow, if it's, we might be in front of the fireplace tomorrow. I think. She kept telling me not to do it, but I don't know. If it's a little chilly tomorrow, I might just throw some wood in there and we'll sit down on a blanket or whatever. I don't know. But I said all that to say because I just wanted to, again, tell her thank you as well for her support. And all y'all that's out there, I want to thank you. Okay. So, when I start to taking deep breaths, it's getting ready to be that time for me to wind down. And I just want to tell you that I appreciate everybody. Please put the word out. Tell people to join in. PTP, people to people, power to power, positive people. Know that this is about us, not me, not just you, about us. What we do as a people to pull together. And the power we possess is when we start to lift each other up. We lift each other up and help to support one another. And every time that we do that and we feel comfortable in our skin doing what we know that God gave us to do, we become very positive. We become positive thinking people. We got a lot of evil people out there, but I think it's more good people than it is evil. And I think that this virus that's going around, I think this is a message that God is saying. Take this time to get to know yourself. Take this time to bond with your families. Take this time for you to study the things that you need to work on. And stop being selfish. Stop letting it be where it's all about you. You want to dominate somebody. You want to dominate something? Dominate that Bible. And dominate those words. And let it get in your spirit. That's what I would suggest. Again, if the call line, I keep throwing it out there. I ain't hearing it ring. But it is what it is. 301-793-7342. That's 301-793-7342. Hey, I just want to say thank everybody. I just appreciate you. Yesterday, just when I was getting ready to get off, I did get a phone call, and then I got a couple of calls yesterday, but then somebody else was calling right when I was getting off, and then at the same time, I got some people start joining in later. But what I'm trying to tell y'all, put the word out. This is nothing. This is something that when I tell you, as I said, Ellen, move over. Oprah, here I come. Tyler, I'm gonna be knocking at the gate. I'm telling y'all, that's my goal. And I'm gonna keep on until I'm sitting down on my couch with the right team behind me. That's gonna be a lot of y'all children that need some support. That opportunity that's gonna come with me, gonna help me grow, and I'm gonna help them move forward. And we're gonna achieve our goals and achieve our dreams. And we're gonna see a change in the way that we do things. People to people, power to power, positive thinking people. That's what we got to do. We got to put ourselves in a position where we are really focusing on helping each other. Even that's what I'm saying. When you stay home and you follow the rules of the land, you're helping each other. So you got to do that. Ooh, I got a call. Hello. How you doing?
I'm good.
Miss Kim, how you doing? How's everything?
Hi, brother. How you doing?
I'm blessed by the best.
I know that's right. Thank you so much.
So
yeah, I want to, first I want to welcome one of my good friends. I don't know if he's still on, my friend Charles Gerben. Touched base with him yesterday. He came on yesterday and today, so I'm glad that he came on, to feel what's going on. And, I want to say yesterday and today, the conversation yesterday, the young lady that came on and said that she was helping the women that were going through, abusive relationships. And, I can relate. Some of these people, being in a situation that I was in, I really had nobody to turn to.
mm-hmm.
And thank God the way things happened the way it did, because I was able to get out. There was nobody there to help me, no family, nobody, so I had to do on my own, and I had to figure it out. And that led me to a position of trying to help some other women.
Mm-hmm.
And I thank God for that, because it taught me something, and it humbled me to see what other people were going through that, I couldn't realize what I was going through then. And, so many things that were said yesterday, and today you was talking about, how we help people out, and, it's happened to me by somebody's coffee, they look at you like, huh?
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, enjoy it, have a nice day, and that's it. But, I had been trying also for the last few years, and I've been going through my job and trying to set up, for Christmas or Easter, collecting clothes or toys for the children at Children's Hospital. And it seems like every year something happens, or I get sick, or, something happens with the job. So last year before, I said, well, what I'm going to do, every payday, I'm just going to buy something and stick it in my trunk and leave it there until Christmas, or take it in the house and just take it over myself. And then I fell and broke my ankle. So when we tried to get it, my supervisor, when we tried to start it again for the Christmas pass, it was too late.
Right.
For us to do it. And it was just too late. So she said, well, this year we're going to try to start early. Now this is going on.
Okay, wait a minute. Don't. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I want to piggyback off of something you're saying, and I'll let you come back in. But it's something I want to share with you. You don't have to wait for Christmas to pile up to get a lot of stuff to give to somebody, because you're not promised to be here in Christmas. So what I want to suggest to you is what you're doing is to go ahead and, if you got one toy, be the blessing for that one child, because you may go in there and that one child, that may be their last day that you'll be a blessing to them.
Right.
So I didn't say that to condemn you or anything. I was saying that as a suggestion because I almost made that mistake when it was something that I wanted to give to my wife. I was waiting for Easter, and I'm not waiting because let me tell you something. I don't know why you're waiting for Christmas anyway. What reason you waiting for Christmas? Christmas ain't the only time you got to give somebody some love and show them that you got that heart. And I know you. You're a good person. You like to do it. You like to do it well. So, but what I'm suggesting to you from now on, go ahead because you don't know just that one time when you will go ahead and you got a couple things. Those couple things may be needed at that time, way before December 25th.
Right. And, that's why I said we get started. We were going to say, well, maybe we can do it twice a year, if we can get enough. And, it just kind of showed me that at the point I started saying, well, I can't depend on anybody because we were actually trying to do a drive, at the job, and we were going to take one of the buses and stuff it with toys and things like that. And, always something happened. But, that's a good idea. What you said, I can just do, not to have to, and, a lot of times, what I've been through in my life, that I haven't had to depend on anybody because there was nobody there. And it's kind of sad, but I've learned not to depend on people.
So
and I have to be self-sufficient for myself.
Let me also interact in there. A lot of us had some trials and tribulations we had to deal with in life. What happened back then is then. What and I'm telling you that because I know you, and I know you lost your parents not recently, but a while ago, and I know you a spoiled brat. I know that. No disrespect, and I said that to say because
I was a daddy's girl.
You were. I already know.
Yeah.
You was a daddy's girl, and so I say all that to say, yeah, I know that you also an independent person, but let that go. Because if they weren't there, then so be it. Because a lot of times we don't know why people don't do what they do. A lot of times we start getting mad at them, and you don't know that they might be in a worse situation than you when you want to help from them. And so we didn't be looking at them. Why you wasn't there for me? My brother told me, he said, Rodney, your dream is your dream. Okay? If they don't want to be a part of it, don't be mad. So I didn't say that again. I'm just saying, just for some good advice, where you at in your giving heart right now, go ahead and do what you do. Reach out to that lady, Miss Kathy McBride, I think, or McKnight. Kathy McKnight. Yes, Kathy McKnight. Reach out to her. Barn for Better. That's what she's doing.
That's why I was listening to her yesterday, and I said, well, hey, I have something that I can give. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And it'll help somebody else. But let me go back to what you said, and I understand what you're saying. It's not that I hold on to it, but I've just had to learn to, hey, Kimberly, you look out for yourself. And I mean, if there's somebody there that wants to help or hey, that's well received. I don't have a problem with it. But that was something that was taught by my mother and father. Also, you have to take care of yourself.
That's
and
right.
They taught us that as you become an adult, we're not going to be here always. So you have to take care of yourself.
That's right.
What you were saying yesterday as far as the parents, when we were coming up, we weren't given expensive things. And, my father bought us what we needed. He paid for us to have an education. We got those whippings. And like you say, I was listening to one of your shows today, and your mom was on. Those whippings taught us respect.
Yes. And
it taught us respect.
Let me jump in there too, because every time you say something that I can piggyback off, I'm gonna ride off it. I'm glad that you looked at that show. That was on Vox Wave. If you go on YouTube and put in Rodney Grimes PTP, those shows will come up. One of them, that's when Uncle Buck was on there and my mother, and it was a blessing to have my mom on there with me, and I was excited. So I'm just glad. Kim, thank you for your support, though. Let me tell you.
And I want to tell you, Uncle Buck, he was so funny riding that donkey, and it took him 3 weeks. That just made me laugh today. That was so funny.
I know. He's an amazing brother.
I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. It's not gonna stop because I know God got me here for a reason, and He brought me through what He brought me through. You know, it's for a reason.
Well,
And I'm going to keep doing what I need to do. That's it, you know, and I'm going to be there to support. And like I told you, hey, Zena, you got the right one, treat her right, y'all do y'all thing, and you got my support.
thank you, baby. Much love and respect. Okay, hey, I want to also welcome Yvette Gardner. That's my grandbaby's grandmother. Beautiful, beautiful lady. I love you. Thanks for tuning in. What's that? Erlette Smith, Alma Martin, Angela, and John Cephas, my brother. You don't know, man. I love you, dude. John, Belinda Waller. That's one of my Payne Street sisters who I grew up with. Mad love and respect. Hey, John, man, I want you to give me a call when you can, bro, man. Always a pleasure to hear from you, man. So please call me, please. Belinda, mwah. Yvette, mwah. As I'm just letting you know that God is good. And my intention right now is to keep moving forward. I try not to make them long, but then when I start to feel it, I just have to just stay with it. I have to stay with it. Jasper, Pastor Jasper, my brother, peace and blessings to you, man. I be listening to you. I try to, you know, my day be getting, that's Jasper. Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry. So, as you already know, the co-producer of PTP, People to People, Power to Power, Positive Thinking People, is sitting right here writing notes to me and making sure, because I can't see nothing, you know, from this distance. And so, again, what I do is just take the opportunity to say thank you for the ones that tuned in. And I got to tell you, I'm going to do it a little early because for real, tomorrow's my grandbaby's birthday. So this is a day before your birthday. I'm going to do it tomorrow too. I'm going to sing to you tomorrow, whether you see it or not. But I want to say happy birthday to my granddaughter. Her birthday is tomorrow. She will be 11. 11 years old. Oh my God. Man, I'm going to have to buy a bigger gun. You know what I mean. But hey, God is good. So, with everybody that joined in, let me tell you something. Remember, put God first. Remember, you are your brothers and sisters' keeper. Don't be selfish. Don't be worried about what happened in the past. Keep it moving. And let's make a difference. Hit like, share, go back. I appreciate you, Kim, that you went and looked at some of the stuff on VoxWave. Well, when I keep saying VoxWave because that's who I was with at the time. But you can go Rodney, PTP. Go to YouTube. We actually transferring a lot of the videos over to YouTube. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm coming, Ellen. I'm coming. I hear you in my ear. Oprah, I hear you. Move over, Tyler. PTP, People to People, Power to Power, Positive Thinking People. I love you.